Dim, this is really for the coordinators that are training or have, perhaps been a coordinator for a short time and not really gone into it in a business sense. It's a very different part of the job, and you've seen the coordinator role develop across all these, years with me, because I started to expand the sport and I couldn't be at all places at all times. And I'd always been in management, my first career in entertainment, and of course it was very easy for me to set up a system. What can you say to young staff that are going from umpire into coordinating? Why do you think that role is important, and what do you think when you come in as an umpire trainer, what do you expect them to do representing the branding and representing me, I guess?
Yeah, firstly, how I see a coordinator's role is that they've taken on a job role and it's a business role, and therefore they're representing a company. So therefore, they've got it's rather a large job, and they may not be able to define it. They may just come in and think about, what I have to do next. But in actual fact, they do a lot of planning, they do a lot of organising, they do a lot of communicating, they do...
A lot of explanations.
Lots and lots of explanations. Yeah. They've got to interact with customers, and all of those things are huge in a business and very valuable if it's done the right way and if they know that that is what they're doing. I believe that the group of coordinators that you've got all have a loyalty to Melbourne netball, and I admire that. And I think,
so do I.
And working with other companies, I haven't seen that. Your coordinators are out and about all the time. They talk to me, they talk to the umpires, they talk to the players, they see things. They're very, very quick to work on injuries, anybody that's injured. They're constantly giving people feedback. So it's quite a large responsibility because even though they may not think that, but it is, from my point of view, it's a huge responsibility.
And
because they can make and break Melbourne netball.
Yes, they can. That's right, and that's why we don't just put anyone in there.
No, that's right.
These are very selected people, and I've never really divulged what specifically we look for.
Yeah.
But it is looking into that unique individual.
Yes.
But having seen so many come and go just because of permanent part time across, what can you say that you've seen come out of somebody that's never had a management role and what they turn into? Because Dom Glass is a classic example of what, caterpillar into a butterfly and the most admired man in the company. The avenue of growth is tremendous. But from your point of view, you see them across every venue when I'm not there, and they represent the branding. What can you share with anyone that's wondering, can I really do this?
Firstly, I find after being in that role for a period of time, and the fact that you yourself share information with them and try and develop them as individuals, I find that they come out a much more rounded person, much more capable. You see them grow from perhaps a little bit timidity to an absolute person that is quite capable and confident of dealing with anything. They're also quite innovative too. They look to, if something goes wrong, the first thing that they usually do is start to think, okay, we need to still do this, but how can we do it because one of our lights have gone, or the flooring is bad, or I haven't got a ball pump. They are quite clever in terms of responding to difficult situations. So they've got to be good decision makers. And I think over a period of time, because of these things, they become good decision makers if they weren't already in the first place. But certainly the development and the growth of them, I find that that's the main thing. And one of the things that I find is that those people will go on and get far better jobs in their later life.
You're right. In fact, statistically, when people have left this company, I've been a reference to many a job where once I speak about these people and what they do for me, the transition point, I'm really sort of sitting in a moment of pride. I mean,
Yes,
it's almost parenting in a way,
absolutely.
isn't it?
Absolutely.
But they do become so capable. I mean, Sean,
Yes.
starting off coordinating at 15, and Alice, you know, and from memory, no track record
No.
of having issues.
None at all.
And as a company owner, do I get called every time at night? Very, very rarely.
Yes, yes. No, those coordinators have to be able to stand on their own 2 feet. They've got to be innovative. They've got
And
to
hold
make
their
decisions.
ground.
They've got to yes, and in the back of their mind, they've got to remember the brand that they're giving out. They've got to remember that they have to be careful with that brand. You know, it's like a baby. You've got to look after it.
Yeah.
Because you can do a lot of damage. And when you've got, I don't know how many coordinators have we got?
I think at the moment we've got about 16.
Yeah, when you think
No.
that you've got 16 coordinators, all with different personalities and
Yeah.
characteristics.
And that's what we want. We don't want clones.
Yeah, no, exactly. They've got to remember, who they're working for, because it's a very important job. Because also, they're coming up with clients from huge corporations.
Yes. They might look silly with a wing attack
may
bib on it,
look
but they don't know it's
ridiculous
a
with-
CEO or a
Yeah.
lawyer or a dentist or a
A pair
physio.
of short socks or something.
That's
they may
right.
look very funny, but
Yes.
in actual fact, they're business people.
And they do suss it
And
out.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. And they know.
Yeah.
They can tell.
Thanks.